With the launch of Catalyst, as a BigCommerce app developer, we're now asking ourselves, naturally, how do we become more composable? We're used to a world where kind of the best experience from a merchant perspective is installing an app and immediately the functionality being available on the site. We might achieve that through adding some JavaScript. We might achieve it through providing a page builder widget for them to drag and drop it into the page. Now with Composable, it's a bit different. It's much more focused on the developer. And so in the first instance, it means making sure our functionality is available via an API. But then to improve the developer experience further, it's about providing components, maybe an API wrapper client to integrate our app as seamlessly as possible. So ideally, they still don't have to write very little code. Maybe it's copying, pasting some snippets to get set up and running. So now we're looking at each of our apps in turn to identify how to make it more composable. And so the first app we decided to take a look at was Store Locator. This seemed like a prime candidate. It's quite well contained. But more so than that, it already has an API and it already has a React component. That's the Store Locator front end. Currently, we just happen to deploy it via a page builder widget and adding some JavaScript to the page. So we're just changing the deployment mechanism, really. So let's see what it looks like to make Store Locator more composable. The first thing we did was put out the kind of React component into its own kind of front-end library, which we can then make available to install, as well as providing some sample documentation on how to integrate. So let's do that. We'll copy the install step into our Catalyst repo. And also notice we recommend installing the some Mapbox code, and we'll use that later for some style sheets. Okay, that's that one. Okay, what's next? So we provide some instructions on how to fetch locations. This is something that we can do server side now, rather than in our current in the way it works with page builder widget. It's all client side requests, so we can make the request for locations just once and put it on the server side. So let's create our helper function to make that request. Let's put it in client queries and call it get hyper store locations. Copy and paste that in. Great. What's next? So next we're actually going to create a page. So why not, let's go up here, create a new file. Let's call it our stores and page.tsx. Let's get started there. I'm going to export default. It's going to be an async function. Our stores, and we know we're gonna return some JSX. Okay, what does it tell me to do? So here are the style sheets we want to import, and also Store Locator itself. We are going to use our new function. Okay, let's use our new function. We know we're going to need to import it, and I'm going to have to spell function right one of these times. Okay. Next, we're going to actually use our new component. Cool. Let's make ESLint a little bit happier. And you can see we use a Mapbox API key. So that's available within your Mapbox account. And what I'm going to do is actually add this to my env.local. I'll show you it in the example. So we're going to just add Mapbox API key like that, and make sure that's in your local and complete as necessary. And then to make it available here, we'll do process.env. So this is actually the boundary. Store Locator is a client component. We're in the server component here. So this, we don't need to make it publicly accessible. It will pass it through to our client component, all fine. What else do we need to do? Okay, clearly this is kind of dummy. We need to actually pass it in our store hash and our channel ID. These are also, you might have noticed, in our env already, so we can make use of those. So in the same way, process.env.store hash, and we'll find the channel one as expected. Process.env. Oops. Here we go. This is probably going to complain that it could be empty. So let's for now, just add some defaults in like this, and channel ID, let's default that to 1. What does ES link want me to do? New lines. Okay, sure thing. Okay, so then we've now got a new page called Our Stores, and we fetch our store locations and then pass it off to the client component to render that as a store locator. Have I missed any other instructions? Seems pretty good. Okay, so now let's start. I'm not actually running yet. Okay, that's now running. Let's open it up. Okay, we have here, and then let's go to /our stores. And we have it. It's loading. Cool, we could do it with a title. Let's go back here. So maybe we'll take a copy of what does the account page do. We have some tailwind we can copy here. Let's save the changes to that. Go back here. Add in okay, so we have that. Make that a little bit nicer. I could probably wrap this in a div as well. And give it some spacing. Okay, let's see that rebuild and see what that looks like. Error, what did I do wrong? Oh yeah, need to replace the title, didn't I? Our stores. Cool, there we go. Now we have our store page with our store locator. What did that take? 5 minutes? Whew, that feels good. On to the next one.